identity theft, corporate espionage, threats to national security. The data stored on the computers that we now depend on is usually guarded to ensure your safety. But when these computers, specifically the hard drives in these computers, become faulty or obsolete, where do these hard drives end up? Landfills? eBay? The black market? With nearly 10 million Americans being the victim of identity theft in 2003, the monetary impact is greater than $48 billion, costing consumers, businesses, and financial institutions alike. It's a booming business, to say the least, when you consider that it's estimated less than 30% of the incidents are reported. In an effort to address this issue, new laws have been enacted to impose severe penalties for the company that improperly discards of their sensitive electronic records. These laws will cost companies millions, and some include up to 10 years in prison for the worst violations. Just deleting the data from these hard drives doesn't make it go away. In fact, the data is actually untouched using a simple delete function. Overwriting data on the hard drive using software is not just time-consuming, it doesn't guard against future advancements in technology. Technology often thought not to be possible only decades ago is a reality today. Who knows what advancements in data recovery will be developed and made available to tomorrow's techno-criminals. Your discarded hard drives will most likely still be around if or when that day comes. In fact, most methods of data disposal are expensive, risky, and extremely time-consuming. Some methods involve intense magnetic fields that can be dangerous for some people to even be near. Known as degaussing, this method and overwriting do not provide an essential visible verification method. Can you tell which of these hard drives have been erased by looking at them? Could a blanking or erasing procedure be falsified if the temptation warranted it? A thief may be tempted to try retrieval if the drive appears healthy enough to function. Physically destroying the hard drive is the only viable solution. This applies to functioning and non-functioning drives and is easily verifiable by all. One method for physically destroying the hard drive is shredding. In-house shredding machines are loud and prone to mechanical problems due to the varying materials that make up today's hard drives. More reliable shredders are too expensive, bulky, and high maintenance to be located on site, requiring your hard drives to be shipped off, sight unseen. That's a leap of faith that sounds more like gambling, considering what's at stake. Do they ever truly get shredded? There is a better way to dispose of obsolete hard drives while protecting your company's data. Introducing the Guardian Physical Hard Drive Destroyer. The Guardian delivers 12,000 pounds of crushing force safely and quietly. Small enough to be portable or located on site in your IT department. All that is required is a standard 110-volt outlet. Its operation requires no special training and takes only seconds to perform. Unlike any destroyer you've ever seen, the Guardian performs a downward thrust that safely punches through the chassis, guaranteeing the internal hard disk, known as the platter, will never spin again. The Guardian delivers catastrophic trauma, destroying the read and write viability of the internal platter. The data fragments that made up the files and folders on this disk are still on the platter, but much like paper shredding leaves ink on the page, the remains are useless. The hard drive is placed on a removable tray and inserted into the chamber. A safety mechanism is built into the hatch, preventing operation unless securely closed. Once in place, turn the Guardian power switch on. One press of the destruction button, and the crushing cycle begins. The view glass safety hatch allows for visible inspection of the process. The cycle time is around 12 to 15 seconds. Once completed, power off the unit, open the hatch and retrieve the tray and hard drive. Verification of hard drives destroyed using the Guardian need only a passing glance due to the overwhelming visible evidence. Here is what the internal platter has been reduced to. Clearly unusable, rendering this drive unwanted, and it can now be discarded confidently. The Guardian complies with recent security and privacy mandates requiring complete destruction of media containing private and confidential information prior to its disposal. Destroy any type of hard drive in record time. The Guardian automatically destroys all hard drives regardless of their size, format, or type in 12 to 15 seconds. Simply push a button to ensure complete physical destruction, guarding yourself, your organization, and your data against misappropriation and theft.